The Greece Golden Visa changed significantly in 2024, and most of what you'll read about it online is either outdated or incomplete. In this video, we're going to walk you through exactly how the program works today, what the investment structure actually looks like, and what to weigh before you decide. My name is Shannon Mau. I'm legal counsel and client director for the Americas at Vancis Capital, a residency and citizenship advisory firm. We work directly with individuals and families who are looking to establish a European residency through investment. The Greece Golden Visa is a residency by investment program. In exchange for a qualifying investment in Greece, you and your immediate family receive a renewable 5-year residence permit, the legal right to live in Greece, travel freely across the EU Schengen Area, and maintain that residency without any stay requirement. You don't need to live in Greece to keep it valid. It is not a citizenship program. Greece does not offer citizenship by investment. What it offers is a pathway to long-term European residency, and for those who choose to relocate and meet the physical presence requirements, a potential route to Greek citizenship after 7 years. Those are two different outcomes, and it's worth knowing which one you're working toward before you begin. The Greece Golden Visa makes most sense when European residency is the genuine objective, the legal right for you and your family to live and travel in Europe without being required to move there full time. That's the core of what this program delivers. Where it requires more thought is when residency is secondary to another goal. If what you're ultimately after is a stronger passport and broader visa-free access, it's worth understanding that Greek citizenship, which carries the passport, requires 7 years of physical residency in Greece. The residency permit gives you immediate EU Schengen travel, but the passport is a longer path. If getting a new citizenship is the priority, that's a conversation worth having with your advisor before you commit. Similarly, if the financial case for a property investment depends on short-term rental income, there's a specific development in the program that affects that directly, and we'll cover it in the next section. The Greece Golden Visa has 4 investment tiers. Here's what each one requires. The program's updated real estate investment structure was established under Law 5100/2024, which took effect September 2024. A minimum investment threshold of €250,000 is available through 2 specific real estate routes. First, the conversion of a commercial property into a residential one, an office or industrial space becoming a residential apartment, for example. Second, the full restoration or reconstruction of a listed or heritage building. There is no minimum floor requirement for these properties, and the threshold applies regardless of location within Greece. An €800,000 threshold applies to properties in Athens, Thessaloniki, Mykonos, Santorini, and any Greek island with a population of more than 3,100 residents. €400,000 covers all other regions of Greece, with 2 conditions. The investment must be in a single property, and that property must have a minimum floor area of 120 square meters. Other investment options include a €250,000 startup investment introduced under Article 44 of Law 5162/2024. This is a qualifying investment in a company registered on Greece's National Startup Registry, Elevate Greece. This route carries an additional condition. The startup must create and maintain at least 2 new job positions within the first year in Greece. These positions have to be maintained for at least 5 years. An investor through this route must not hold more than 33% of the company's capital or voting rights. Beyond real estate, there are 2 capital-based routes. A €350,000 investment in a qualifying mutual fund or alternative investment fund dedicated exclusively to investing in Greece, or a €500,000 fixed-term deposit held in a Greek bank for a minimum of 1 year, set to renew automatically. Short-term rentals, Airbnb, and equivalent platforms are prohibited for Golden Visa properties under Greek law. Non-compliance results in revocation of residence permit and an administrative fine of 50,000 euros. If the investment model you've been considering factored in short-term rental income, that model needs to be revised. Long-term rentals remain permitted, and the Greek property market generally offers great rental yields through that route, but short-term letting is not available for these properties. The investment threshold is not the total cost. Applicants should budget separately for government fees, legal and notary costs, health insurance, the biometric appointment, and ongoing compliance costs at renewal. For example, the total cost for an individual applicant on the lowest investment threshold starts at 256,650 euros, while a family of 4 will have to budget at least 276,600 euros. At Vancis Capital, we work through the complete financial picture with you before any commitment is made. Regarding renewals, the Greek program issues an initial 5-year permit renewed every 5 years. This means fewer renewal cycles and lower ongoing costs than comparable European programs. The program allows you to include your immediate family in a single application, your spouse, your dependent children, and the parents of both the main applicant and their spouse, with no age restrictions on parents. Children can be included up to the age of 21 as standard. The Greece Golden Visa application moves through 5 stages. Here's what each one involves and what you need to have ready. Stage 1, eligibility assessment. After an expression of interest, Vancis Capital will confirm if you and your family are eligible through a brief due diligence check. The following documents are then required for Greece's due diligence: a clean criminal record, a valid passport, and private health insurance covering Greece are standard requirements. Stage 2, investment structuring. For real estate, this means identifying a qualifying property, conducting thorough due diligence, and completing the purchase. For other routes, it means ensuring the investment meets all program conditions before the application is submitted. Stage 3, application preparation. Compiling the full documentation package, which includes personal documents, investment proof, insurance certificates, and Greek tax registration. Our team at Vancis Capital will assist you with each of these requirements. Stage 4, submission and biometrics. Applications are submitted through Greece's official digital migration portal. A biometric appointment in Greece is required. This is the one point in the process where physical presence is necessary, and you will have to travel to Greece. Stage 5, permit issuance. Under rules updated in 2026, the 5-year validity period runs from the actual date of issuance, not the date of submission. Once your application is submitted and approved, you also receive a certificate confirming legal stay in Greece while the card is processed, so you can begin to enjoy your European lifestyle and the benefits of the Golden Visa. On timelines, from application submission to residence card in hand, you should expect the process to take 7 to 11 months. Our clients most frequently ask questions about the Greece Golden Visa. Can I apply remotely? Yes. The application can be submitted through a Greek lawyer acting under a power of attorney. The one point where physical presence is required is the biometric appointment in Greece. Vancis Capital has a lawyer on the ground in Greece who will submit your application on your behalf. Can I take out a mortgage on the property? No. The full investment amount must be funded without a mortgage on the qualifying property. Your advisor will walk you through the documentation required to demonstrate this. Can I work in Greece with this permit? The residence permit gives you the right to live in Greece, but it does not grant the right to be employed directly by a Greek company. Business ownership structures and other arrangements are worth discussing with your advisor based on your specific circumstances. Do I need to pay taxes in Greece? Holding a Golden Visa does not automatically make you a tax resident of Greece. Tax residency is generally triggered by prolonged physical presence. If you plan to live in Greece full-time, we'd always recommend discussing with a qualified tax advisor, which can help you arrange your finances. What happens to my permit if the program changes in the future? Existing permit holders have historically been protected when the program has changed. The 2024 threshold increases, for example, did not affect investors who had already committed under the previous rules. That said, program continuity is always a legitimate consideration, and it's one we discuss openly with you. Do I need to speak Greek? Not to obtain or maintain the residence permit. If you pursue citizenship after 7 years, a Greek language exam is part of the naturalization process, but that is a separate and much later step. Before you commit to any residency program, there are 4 questions worth putting to your advisor. What is the full cost? Not just the investment threshold. The total figure is always higher than the headline number, and you should know the complete picture before you decide. Does the property investment stand on its own merits? A real estate investment that only makes sense if the permit is granted is a fragile foundation. In Greece, the real estate investment should be reasonable on its own. What are the precise dependent provisions for your family? The conditions for children over 18 vary, and the details matter at application stage. And what is your advisor's specific experience with this program? How many Greece Golden Visa applications have they guided and across which investment tiers? At Vancis Capital, we have guided over 1,000 families through decisions like this one, and we approach every engagement with the same rigor and discretion. If the Greece Golden Visa is on your radar, the right next step is a conversation with an advisor who can assess whether it fits your specific situation. We offer a complimentary strategic consultation. Click the link in the description to submit your details, and we'll be in touch. Take charge of your future.